Another episode of the podcast coming up. So we've got another question sent in. This is actually fun. I enjoy this. If you guys have any questions, you can either leave comments down below of what questions you have, or jump on the website trainsmove.com and I'll answer them on the show. Get on with it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 138, or 139 I should say, of the Train Smooth podcast. My name is Tim Egg, and if you have any questions, training, racing, nutrition, feedback, something you want to bounce an idea off me, shoot me through an email, tim@trainsmooth.com, or you can jump on the website, trainsmooth.com. So today's question comes from Andy. I've recently switched to a nice set of Aero tubular wheels and wanted to know for race day in bracket 70.3s this year, they are a major pain if you puncture. Normally I carry one spare inner tube and a can of Vitera Pit Stop. Love to hear if you have had any experience or thoughts. I've had experiences with flat tyres. I've had a hell of a time once. I was at Ironman Western Australia and I got 3 flat tyres in a space of about 30 minutes. 2 rear flat tyres, 1 front tyre, and my dad just brought me these Zip 808 front on the front and a Zip 1080 on the back, and I'm just looking at them thinking, geez, these are beautiful. I had oval wheels before, and this, oh God, look at these. And he spent a fortune on the wheels, but then he spent a fortune on these tyres. I forget how much money he spent on these tyres, and God amount of money than I ever would have spent on tyres. But the problem with these tyres is they were real hard walled tyres, and I thought, you beauty, I got a flat about 60 k's into this bike, and I'm really about 10 minutes ahead of where I thought I was going to be at this stage. And it took me 10 bloody minutes to get this hard wall tyre off my bloody bike. I just couldn't pierce it under. It was a nightmare. So, complete side note, if you're buying tyres, so if you got normal tube tyres or any sort of tyre, get soft wall tyres because they just come off with your hands. You're trying to get those little tyre levers underneath. Most are good, but you get those real hard wall wide tyres. They're a pain in the bum. So that's just my little rant on it. As for tubulars, so people that don't know what a tubular is, it's no tube inside. So I do recommend though carrying 2 spare tubes. This is for but you want to be ready for at least 2 flat tyres for your race. They're disappointing if you've only got 1. But anyway, you normally just carry 1 tube and a can of the that foamy thing that fills up. Yeah, you've got to be confident. And I had a question about whether you should buy tubulars or just normal clinchers, race wheels, and whatever you're going to be confident with changing it. So it's going to be a bit of a pain, but I recommend getting used to it. Now, like you hear these, I saw this interview going back a little while ago with Lionel Sanders when he got a flat tyre. It took him forever to change it also. But so what he would do is have a spare sitting in the house, and all of a sudden, just at a drop of a hat, he'd stop what he's doing, he'd run over, quickly change his flat tyre, and then he got it down to 3 minutes or so. So I'd be recommending doing something similar to that. I'd be looking at running. So if you know what you're doing, it's not going to be a pain to get yourself back on the road if you puncture. But you've got to practice it. So having that quick fill. That's the way to go straight off the bat. See how you go with that. If you get one in the race, and then carry one of those spare tyres with you as well. Takes up a little bit more room, but when we're talking about 70.3, you may lose a half a minute because of aerodynamics and then you may lose 5-10 minutes changing it at the most, but you still get to finish your race, and you still get to put those miles in the legs, and you still get that experience. And yeah, some people say, "Oh, I still get that finisher's medal." I'm not one for a finisher's medal. Mine gets all chucked to the kids, and they get thrown all around. I didn't even, thrown in their toy boxes and things. But I digress. But I would definitely recommend replacing doing a few good runs at home, getting used to it. I also I'm guessing you don't do this, but race wheels are meant for race day. I wouldn't be training on them. Yeah, I'd take them out, but every now and again, like I'll give an example here. So a week before your 70.3, I would do a time trial yourself. So I'd do a 100-kilometer time trial. It's one of my staples. I do it for most athletes that I train. Make them do a 100-kilometer time trial 1 week out of your race. It's all with race gear, race equipment, race nutrition, everything's under race scenario. So you may think you're going to look like a moron with your aerodynamic helmet, you're all, got everything all set, riding down the road, but you just want to test everything's going to be right. It's best for something to go wrong a week before the race than on the race. And then you do a very fast transition, like you're just killing it on the race. Aim for a personal best, and if you're not tracking your times that you're doing these transitions, you really need to. The quicker you do them and the more stress you can put yourself under doing transition training at home, the easier they're going to be on race day, and you're probably not going to forget anything then. And then just do a quick 6 times 1 kilometer run off the bike at race effort with maybe a 20-second walk in between. And I'd give that to most athletes 1 week out from a 70.3, and often an Ironman too. So it's just a really good, really good training test day. And I'd be using your race wheels on that as well. But apart from that, your race wheel stays in the shed and stays pretty and stays fresh, and then you replace the tyres every A race. So you got an A race coming up, right? Let's get new tyres going. Now, why risk it? We spend so much money on the race. We spend so much time, money, and effort trying to get to the race with training, nutrition. Getting all the supplements we need. We're getting massages and all sorts of stuff, and then we forget these little things in the most vital times. But I hope that answers your question. Thanks for submitting your question. Until tomorrow. Hooroo. Another episode done. That's good. Hooroo.